Okay, hi guys, BlueMagician here, and questions and answers session. I actually recorded some answers a couple months back, but never got around to editing them, and by now I think it's better to just throw these away and do them all over again, which will require more time, but that's fine, all in good time. So, let's start at the end. I'm gonna do one question in this video just to get it over with, basically, and get this thing out, get something out. So, okay. There's a guy called Davey. Hi, Davey. And he asks, I resonate a lot with initiation into hermetics. Read it from front to back, related books, commentaries, forum posts, and I've been trying to practice it on and off for 3 years now. I think I finally have the time and mindset to fully commit to it. I plan to follow a simple routine suggested by Martin Fox. Morning around 5 a.m. Step 1 with vacation, void of mind, I guess. Pore breathing, starting with 7 breaths and contemplation. Soon to start listing the attributes for the soul mirrors. And a few yoga asanas. After that, at night before bed, around 10 p.m., same meditation exercises and writing notes on a diary. And of course, keep on reading the book commentaries, etc. Having more time to spend and delve deeper into the practice, I'd like to know what I could add to have a more solid hermetic practice. The whole exercises, morning and night, count roughly for 3 hours total, and I would like to add more studies in between it to feel more connected to the practice throughout the day. Fair enough. Not that I feel these exercises aren't enough for now, but there's this gap between the morning and night exercises where I would like to be more aware of my practice the whole day. Yeah, okay. Kinda hard to say something because I believe practice has to be highly individual, which is also why I'm offering private sessions. Because it just takes time to get to know the background of a student and just to find out how they are doing things and what they have experienced so far, what they're looking for, where the problem areas might lie, and so on. So, but I'll try to give some thoughts, just general thoughts about what I'm seeing here, what I'm reading here. Okay, let's try to go through it bit by bit. Okay, practicing it on and off and reading a lot. Okay, here's where it gets juicy. I think I finally have the time and mindset to fully commit to it. So I'm wondering what changed. Like, did you lose your job or something? Or I don't know. Like, what? Why do you feel that now is this big point of change? And there goes another thing with this. Like, I know there's some people on this planet who might be able to go from 0 to 100, or from a little bit of reading and on and off practice to daily constant practice of 3 hours a day, or maybe even more. But I don't think there's a lot of people who can do that. It's like dieting, right? Like, you want to lose weight, so you change your diet, and summer is coming, and you gotta do it fast. Oh my god, I'm gonna change my diet right now because I want to look great for summer. I regret overeating during winter, and so on. So people do it, and maybe they succeed. Most of them probably give it up. We can see it in gyms too, right? New Year's resolution. Oh, this year I'm gonna go to the gym and I'm starting with a 3-day split routine. I'm gonna do it, and it feels fine in the mind, and then you start doing it and you do it. If you're lucky, maybe you do it a couple times and that's it, because it's just too much and you're not ready for it. I'm not saying you're not ready for a practice like that. I just think that for most people it doesn't work that way. So I would suggest maybe ramping up a little bit more slowly, step by step, and there is another thing with this, another aspect to it. Like, in our world, it's like gotta be busy all the time, and your employer will try to enlist you in working more and more and more, and the mind tells you you need more, you need to go on, you really need to do things now, get busy, do more, and this is in our society, not just Western society, like you can especially see it in many Asian cultures too, even more pronounced. There's this tendency to just overburden yourself and just live your life 10 times faster than it would be healthy for you, and people accept it, and that's the way we grow up. That's what we get taught, and maybe at some point that's what we want to apply to our practice as well, our spiritual practice. And I think we need to go the other way, really. Start small, be more present. 10 minutes of focused practice, like when you're really in the moment and really set aside the time, and you're not tired because you got up 3 hours too early for your body, or because you practiced 5 hours yesterday and just got off your sleep because of that, or spent all your energy. No, just 10 minutes worth of practice is worth so much more than 10 minutes of focused practice where you're in the present moment. Just worth so much more on all levels than kind of rush practice that might take, where you might put in a lot of time. You might not get out all that much. So that's some thought. Okay. Yes, are you saying 3 hours a day? Maybe something in between. And you're trying to fill that with void of mind and power breathing and contemplation and asanas. So that's like morning and night each. It's like 90 minutes. So what are you gonna do during that time? Like, I don't know. So I'm doing a yoga asana, and like, I don't know, 10 minutes later I get bored, or my body hurts too much or whatever. And you can work your way up with that. But like, are you gonna hold an asana for like 15 minutes and do that every day and do it with 3 asanas, or like it's, all I'm saying is it seems like a lot of time. Like Bardon says, try void of mind every morning and evening, I think, for 5 minutes, and that's it. Like, there goes 5 of your 90 minutes. So are you just gonna repeat that, or I don't know what you're planning to do with your time, man? It's a lot of time. Okay, on to the next thing. You want to get up around 5 a.m. Like, is that your natural schedule, or is it just something that Martin Fox said? Or I know this is one example of what I just related. Like all these career coaches and personality coaches, like it's a popular thing with them, right? Like, get up early in the morning, do it, and get your routine. Your body will get used to it, and it will be so much better. And yeah, for some people that might be an awesome thing. For a lot of people, I think it's not. I don't know. I sometimes appreciate getting up early, like when I have a very early appointment or a flight to catch or whatever. It's really nice. It's so quiet in the morning. That's really nice. But what my body is looking for is usually like getting out of bed like sometime between 8 and 9. It's been that way for decades. Like, I could force myself to get up every morning 5 a.m. But why would I do it? Listen to your body. And again, I'm not saying that might not be the case for you, that it's gonna be an awesome practice or an awesome time to practice and get up. It's just, I just wanna advise caution. So keeping diary is very good, for sure, especially at the end of the day. That's definitely a thing. Keep on reading the book and commentaries. Yeah, good. Commentaries, I would also put in a word of caution. Like, yeah, I don't know what kind of commentaries you're reading. I've worked a lot with Ron Clark's commentaries, and they are good. And one thing that is good about them, he tells you he doesn't want to limit yourself, and you shouldn't limit yourself by thinking that your experience should be the same or very similar to his. And that's really good advice. And still, I found myself expecting things in a way as he related it, and oftentimes I've come to realize, sometimes years after, hey, that thing is different for me, and he might be right making that one statement where which he seems very certain about, and that's fine, and he's probably right about that, but I have a different view, which is right for me, and that's just as well. So, just this word of caution regarding commentaries. And the same goes for Bardon, I guess. I didn't find myself having that experience as I had with Ron's commentaries that much with Bardon's original materials, but guys, he's just a guy. He was an awesome man for sure, and the books are awesome, but still, it's a personal experience, and I believe I can resonate with a lot of what he wrote, what he's saying, his views. He's really, really good, I think. Just take it with a grain of salt, okay? All right. Anything else? Oh yeah, that yoga asana thing. Do you want to do yoga? As related by what was the guy's name? The yoga guy. Was it Krishnamurti? Hold on a sec, let me look it up. Almost there. Oh yeah, Vivekananda it was. So that guy. Okay, so one seminal work of yoga is the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, and that's a book that's like 2,000 years old now, yeah, roughly. And it contains a lot of stuff that is similar to Bardon's system. I don't want to go into detail here. I think I wrote about it elsewhere. It has similar exercises and advice, but the yoga with the postures thing is something that was. It's a different thing. I mean, these are related for sure, but asanas are. Like when you read about the philosophy of yoga, it's not like practice 10 asanas per day or something. It's more like asana, maybe just one asana can help you master your mind and body and emotions. So yeah, a few yoga asanas, by all means do it. It's an awesome practice. I just want to say that Bardon advises you should start with sitting asana and start with 5 minutes and not do any others. It's just something I want to mention here. Okay, final question. One of your most pressing questions as I read it is how can you fill the time in between morning and nights? So yeah, I think at some point your practice will have to become all pervasive and not just 2 or 3 practice sessions per day, which is a lot already, but what I'm saying is you're like Ron Clark said it, at some point in your life, your life at some point in your practice, your life will become 100% magical, and that's where you want to be at some point. Yeah, but you can start morning, night, and something in between if you like that. I guess you just gotta try it and see what works for you. Anyway, there's lots of things you can supplement your practice with. Study astrology. It's an amazing tool for many people, many magicians, even if you're not gonna become a real astrologer, so to speak. There is herbalism, there is small rituals you can do. Yes, I know Bardon says rituals, step 4 or whenever, but just don't limit yourself. Just try some things, try some folk magic, or try spending time in nature. Like Bardon's practice can seem so like most of the things in the book sound like you're gonna do them all at home in your little monk's chamber or something in your bedroom, but there's practices like going out into nature and I don't know, going to the gym, getting to know your body, and there's lots of stuff you can do. Just don't limit yourself to any impression you might get from reading Bardon or reading commentary. Just, yeah. Okay, a final piece of advice: get some tailored advice. And I'm not saying that to make money, because I think I have better ways to make money, actually. Yes, I'm charging money for private consultation sessions, and a lot of other people do too, but that's not why I'm giving this advice. I'm giving this advice because I think tailored advice is so useful, and it just takes time and energy of whoever is giving you that advice. So personally, I think there should be some adequate financial compensation for that. Yeah, so that would be my final piece of advice. Get someone to set aside a couple hours working with you and your path and your background, and maybe accompany you over the course of a couple of weeks or months, or maybe even longer. But you needn't think that far anyway. Just get get someone to get an initial session with someone, and I'm not even saying it should be me. Find someone you can trust, maybe on some kind of forum or whatever, and see what they have to say, what they can come up with for your practice. Not just general advice, but advice tailored towards you. Okay, good questions. I'm sure relevant for a lot of people. These are my opinions. I always like emphasizing that. These are my opinions based on my experience. I'm not flawless either. Even though I think with a lot of Bardon students there is like the mental projection that there's a couple mental projections that Bardon students are liable to fall into. Yeah, just make small steps and limit. Don't let anyone, least yourself or your ego or your mind, limit yourself to anything. Okay, thanks for listening. Bye then.